Well, folks, welcome back to the Turning Stone Classic 24. I'm Upstate Al of AZB TV. We're going to be joined in the booth by Tino Barberi and also Jerry Forsythe of AZ Billiards as guest commentators. But prior to getting this match underway, we're going to do this intro because, of course, Mike Zuglin will be making his announcement shortly. We want to just thank iPlayPool.com. If you want to take any lessons online, they have plenty of videos. It's really high quality. It's all lessons from the pros. Jordan Gardenberg and is the president, and Jeanette Lee is the vice president. Along with many pros, you can take lessons or watch videos and learn the game of pool right there at iPlayPool.com. You put in that promo code that's on the poster there, promo code TURN15. If you put TURN15 on the promo code area, you'll receive $35 off the membership. It's only for this event only. After that, I believe they're going to take that promo code down. So go over to iPlayPool.com and sign up with Jeanette Lee and Jordan. We also want to thank FA Clothing Company. That's Brian Russell. And he's here on premises. He has a booth, designs all kind of shirts. In fact, he does the official shirts for the Josh Tour and many others. FAClothingCompany.com. Thank you, Brian. And here is the craze right now. These gloves right here. Professionals around the world are wearing them. Professionals here in the arena are wearing them. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Molinari gloves, I understand, are just built with a strong webbing in the palm, and also sort of like the Nike sneakers, the way they're built with like air, well, like a mesh, where your palm actually breathes. Your hand can breathe, so you don't get sweaty. Plus the tips are cut off so you can feel the bridge, cloth, the rail, wherever you might be bridging. MolinariGlove.com. And if you use the promo code T, as in Tom, Stone, in the promo code, you'll receive 5% off your order. Only available during the Turning Stone event. That's T Stone as the promo code. Dan Hydra Custom Cues. He's been selling numerous cues right here on location from the front. He has a booth, plus online, HydraCustomCues.com. We also want to mention Baltimore City Cues. They are here on premises. They are on board as a sponsor with AZB TV right now. Jay Wilkinson is the owner, and you can go to BaltimoreCityCues.com to get in touch with them. They have numerous cues. They have linens, butt caps, just about anything for cue repairs. Plus lines of cues from different cue makers. Check them out at BaltimoreCityCues.com. I don't have their graphic because they just jumped on board with AZB TV. Look at this. How'd this get together with these two graphics? I don't know, but it kind of fits right there. Kojak in the back. Kojak in the subway. Gotham City Technologies right there in front. The graphic got mangled together or mashed together, so to say. I don't know how it happened. I'm not about to get in there and start fixing things, but Gotham City Technologies, the IT guy to go to, Mr. Ron Mason, who happens to be in the chat, I believe. Building your websites, hosting your websites, fixing devices, building your network. The guy is super busy. He's got clearance down in Washington. I think he's doing a major job. Gotham City Technologies, Mr. Ron Mason. Thank you, Ron. Phil Capel. We want to shake hands with Mr. Phil Capel. He's always working behind the scenes, and most of the time he's doing it out of his heart for the love of the game. And this is a way we can show a little payback for Phil and get Phil some revenue back in his pocket. These books are available right here at the Turning Stone. You get about 30 years of experience, the ins and outs of different games played on the felt. If you cannot make the Turning Stone, you can go right to billiardspress.com and purchase Mr. Phil Capel's books right there. Thank you, Phil. New company on board's right here. They're using Cousin Q's at AOL.com. They're calling it the Easy Bridge right now, unofficially, the Easy Bridge. I don't have the item. I haven't felt the item, but this is what the item looks like. And if you use an open bridge, I believe you can slide it right over your thumb, and it kind of holds the cue stick from moving left to right to get a steady stroke.
Turning Stone Classic champ right here, 2009 Moscone Cup Team USA member, Oscar Dominguez right there. Has his own tour on the West Coast, by the way. Check it out. And his opponent from Scarborough, Ontario.
We're going to have, I believe you guys can hear me now, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, we're going to have Tino and Mr. Jerry Forsythe actually sitting for this. Two great commentators. Let me take down this graphic. And there they are right there in front of you. Jerry's always ducking out of the camera. Tino out of Montreal, Canada. And Jerry Forsythe, the owner of AZ Billiards, along with Mike Howerton out of Georgia. We thank them both. Thanks, guys.
Pleasure to be here, Jerry.
Yes, indeed, Tina. By the way, someone in the chat was asking if there was a match after 8 o'clock. There is. There's one at 10.
Just got to run a couple of things by the folks there. September 5th through the 7th, AZB TV moves into Providence, Rhode Island. We're going to bring the Eastern States Championship. This is the second annual one. We did the first one, and it was an enormous showing. We're expecting a great showing. September 5th through the 7th at one of the greatest pool rooms on the East Coast, Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island. And keep in mind, Gotham City Billiards. The professionals here are paying their entries. It's called the Gotham City Billiards Inaugural. It's a 9-ball pro classic. Amateurs can sign up if they want, but pros have seniority. You might get bumped. I can't tell. You got to get in touch with Tony Robles or Gotham City Billiard Club. And that's going to take place October 17th through the 19th, and we'll be there. November 1st through the 3rd, the Steinway Classic, the 4th annual, 128 strong players, including the majority of the players that are here. Let's listen in to Mike Zugler.
This is our free live stream table. We have two of our regular top finishers here at Turning Stone. First of all, from Waterville, Maine. He's a winner here in 2012, two-time Moscone Cup team member, multiple winner on our tour. He was recently in a reality TV show, The Hustlers, in case you've seen it. It was on True TV, or if you haven't seen it, check it out. I believe you just Google it and you'll find it. He's sponsored by Snookers and OBQ's Mike Dechaine. All right, his opponent, another former winner here at Turning Stone, two-time U.S. Open champ. He won it back-to-back. Billiards Digest 2000s Player of the Decade up there. We got the 1990s Player of the Decade. Here's the 2000s Player of the Decade right here. He's a recent BCA Hall of Fame inductee, sponsored by Tail Break Jump Tips, Breakman Jump Tips, Kamui and Ms. Hughes, Mika Immonen. Good luck, player. And thank you, Al Leon and Jerry Forsythe, for doing all you do.
You got it, Mike. Thank you.
And Tino.
Tino.
Tino. Thank you as well.
How do you like that? He says your name the same way I do.
Perfect.
Okay, moving on over
And
here
we're off.
to number 10. First time
right
here
ahead.
at Turning
Ooh,
Stone.
that one's tight.
Smoking Aces 9-ball champ. He's a Beloit.
I think Immonen got that one, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
looks like
by a hair.
Mika got it by just a
Right
hair.
there, Skylar Woodward. Right. His opponent, he's no stranger to the pool world, no stranger to Turning Stone. He's won on our tour in the past. He was ranked 6th in the world one time, way back in 2004. He's won over 100 tournaments around the world. 3-time World Speed Pool champ. He's owner of Dooley's Billiards in Valleyfield, Quebec. His machine gun, Luke Salvis, right there. Machine gun. Machine gun. regular basis.
Okay, Mika gets to take the diamond apart for us first.
Having a great tournament.
Good match, folks.
Welcome, Dave Fernandez. Right
Got
there.
Mr. Forsyth, myself, Mr. Barbieri, and Upstate Al coming to you live. 6 p.m. match from Turning Stone Resort. And right now, Mika doesn't have a shot on the one. I don't see him push out here. I'm probably seeing him kicking the one-up table and sending the cue ball. You like kicking the one on the right side or the left side here, Jerry?
Well, from where he's standing, I'd want to hit it on the left.
Okay, he hit it face on.
He hit it a little too full.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad result.
Yeah, I was probably expecting a double bank on that one, so.
You know, we're so used to seeing Mike firing long-distance shots. I don't see a problem with Mike shooting his ball into that corner pocket if it goes by the 5.
All he's got to do is make it. He's got natural two-rail shape on the 2.
That's if it goes, and I don't think it, maybe.
Yeah, I think he's got half
He's
a
not
pocket.
trying it.
He's playing safe.
Yeah, he's playing safe.
We have
Yeah,
2
you're right.
more gentlemen that are no stranger to anybody from Harvard.
I
Race,
missed it.
Maryland. He's a former Maryland State champion.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to like his next shot at all. He's going to be right here behind the 4 and 9.
There you go, Jerry. Nice call.
FA Clothing and Q Shark, Sean Wilkie. And his opponent, first time down here at Turning Stone, we welcome. From
Well,
Verona,
Dechaine's got some magic in his cue. Let's see what he comes up with.
Former 2-time collegiate champion, Dan Louie. Good luck, players. Please remember to turn
Nice
the
hit.
ringers off on your
Probably a
cell
sellout on the side.
phone.
And no, got a little bit of fortunate kiss there.
Pretty good roll.
Yeah, pretty good roll. I like that one, yeah. Probably 2 rails and cue ball in the 9 there. Yeah, I like that. Just fan the 1 towards the 6 and
Yeah, Dechaine will be
there
shooting
you
from
go.
the same place.
There you go. That's just as,
Ooh.
that's as better. Oh my God, I think he froze him.
He
Kinda
locked him up.
Tightened up just a little bit, you think?
Yeah, he cut off
Yeah.
the side rails there.
He sure did. He's going to have to go foot rail first.
Oh, this is tough. This is tough. The 7's in the way on the 2-rail kick on the left-hand side of the 9. And also, if he even goes on the right side, he's got to jack up. So he's in a pretty tight spot. He might pull an effort and just go rail, rattle the cue ball.
10 or 7 for 20. You can mix them up if you like.
He's going to freeze the 5 to the 9, maybe. Yeah, that's what he's trying
That's what
to
he
do.
was trying to do, but
Yeah,
it didn't work.
yeah, he was trying to freeze the 5 to the 9. Good attempt. Very creative shot, but
That's the television floor ball, I believe, down at the lower rail, yeah.
oh, sorry, I was
Right.
talking about the 5. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Back there. Cannot go out that way.
Nevertheless,
Smoke, you have to go find
the attempt to freeze that 4 to the 9 didn't pay out, so Mika easily ball in hand. I don't see any problems here. Jerry, what do you think about this rack?
It's going to belong to Mika.
Yeah, that's what I see. Just needs a nice little line on the 5. Doesn't want to be straight. That's not bad.
No, not bad at all.
That's not bad. He'll stun at 2 rails to come down.
Yep, just past the side pocket is all he needs.
Oh, decide to go with force the angle with some little bottom left. That's not bad. Just follow and play the 7 in the side. Yeah, he's out on this one, I think.
Yeah, he's queuing over the pocket, but that's no big deal for
No,
Mika.
I don't think so. Yeah, there you go. Overhit that a little bit, so he might have to go 1 rail up table and come back down. Inside spin or outside spin, depends how you see it. And just like that,
Mika Immonen now leads our match 1-0. It's a race to 9. Long way to go. We are playing winner breaks.
yes, sir.
And I just want to get back to this 4th annual Steinway Classic. You could see there Phil Buford, Shane Van Boning, Warren Campco, previous winners from 2012 to 2014. It's a $7,000 added event. It's sponsored by Steinway Billiards. It's Call Shot, Call Safety. We will be bringing you the stream from that area. Earl Strickland, Shane Van Boning, Mika Immonen, Darren Appleton, Jason Shore, Nick Nicolopoulos. Nick, how do you say his last name? Go, Jerry.
Economopoulos.
That's it. Warren Campco, Mike Dechaine, Dennis Acolo, Copigny, Ralph Souquet, and many more will be attending this one. It's going to be a big one.
Mika does not like the rack, so Mika just forced. Oh, we got a little bit of an issue here with the players.
Well, that wasn't the most polite way to say
That was.
I'd like a re-rack.
I don't like the way
I
he
don't
just
agree
did.
with
That
that.
was unprofessional to the highest degree.
I think just
You know,
explaining
just
it.
a simple conversation with the opponent to tell him to re-rack
This
us.
might be an ongoing thing between Mika and Mike.
Maybe, yeah, I agree with you, Al, but, you know.
It still shouldn't be done
Yeah,
that
like
way.
Jerry says, it's not the
Right.
right way to do it.
Right.
Come on.
Now Mike's going to tell him, look, I don't want you touching the balls. I'll rack them. That's what's going to happen here.
It's going to be a long one, folks.
The racking could take longer than the
game,
games.
yeah.
Okay, we're off to the races. Mika leading 1-0. Rack number 2.
Wing ball. The 6 ball goes in the corner. The 1 ball goes in the side. Does he have a shot on the 2? No.
No, he doesn't. He can see the right side of the 2 here, Jerry. Maybe he might send the 2 down. I don't see him doing that, but he might send the 2 down table. But where does he put the white ball? Does he put the white ball with some right hand spin and come towards the 8?
I think he would like to run into that 8 so that he has the 7 ball as a blocker.
Yeah. Unless he pushes out, and he pushes out on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen right now, opposite side of 9, because the 2 doesn't pass the 7. So that could be an option, but no, he's going for option 1. That was an interesting shot right there. I don't know what he was trying there.
Well, he was trying to hide the 2 behind the 4, but he didn't get there.
No.
Now Dechaine has an open table to work with.
Yeah, and the 3 passes the 7, so.
The only thing is, how does he get out of there? The cue ball, to my eyes, is going to run into the 9 if he goes forward, but he might be able to just miss that 9.
Yeah, he's got a slight angle, though. He's going to force it 2 rails.
Yeah, he must be okay because he's shooting it with top. So.
Yeah, he's forcing it 2 rails behind the 5. Nice shot. Nice shot. He got there. He even positioned that 5 for the side pocket. That's a pretty interesting shot right there. Well played. Nice drawback.
Not much work left to do in this rack.
No. Key shot is right now, actually, to have the 4 straight, the 5 straight in the side pocket.
Oh,
With a little angle. He's perfect.
Yeah, he's
Small
gonna take the
angle.
angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about to be tied up at 1. Boy, these two both have such a powerful game.
I don't see many mistakes in this match, Jerry. What do you think?
It would surprise me to see them miss a ball
Yeah.
if they've got a shot at it.
If anything, it's the one that's going to miss the most safety battles that's going to probably
Yeah.
lose the match right there.
Yeah.
You know, they're both potters. They both make balls. They're both consistent. They're both aggressive. They both know the angles. They both know what's going on the table. So it'll be fun to watch.
Folks, folks, we did have Pat Fleming in the booth prior to this match, along with Jerry Forsythe and Danny DiLiberto, and Pat answered a lot of the questions that were in the chat. Pat Fleming of AccuStats and crew, Jim Fredericks and the whole bunch, will be heading down to Chesapeake to bring you the U.S. Open pay-per-view. Make sure to go over AccuStats.com. That's with the hyphen in the middle now.
We, if I can, we had a question about why we're not using the Magic Rack. The problem with the Magic Rack is that if you rack the 1 ball on the spot the way you're supposed to, the wing balls are dead. They go right into the corner pockets every time. So when you use the magic rack, you see tournament directors a lot rack the 9-ball on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just getting a little, that's a bit of a clown act, frankly.
Well, yeah, yes and no, but Jerry, if I would impose the magic rack, I would make a tournament alternate break.
Oh, yeah, you've got to with the magic rack.
It just makes, I can't see anything else but that, so. Oh, undercut that too.
I did not expect that.
Nope. Mika has a little bit of a tester here. You want to bump into the 3, or he doesn't like the position on the what Mike left him. Well, he's got to deal with it. So what do? You bump into the 3?
Yeah, you try to spin off the rail right there and try to hit this 3 square. He feathered it and went.
Oh, a little fortunate there. He didn't scratch.
Mika not a happy camper at the moment.
No. He's got a nice angle here to play the 3 on the side, come 1 rail between the 6 and 8.
Just roll down on it into the side pocket. He's got to be real careful. Watch the 6. Ooh. Well, why not just take 2 of them out of the equation?
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah,
that'll save him a trip down table.
Yeah, all he's got to do is stay down there for the 7.
Yeah, he's going to stun this with some draw, come towards the a little bit before the side pocket. So you'll see him play with a bit of a low. Oh, I decided to elect to play 2 rails down table and play the 8-ball upstairs where the 7 was. That's a pretty interesting shot.
Well, he must have been comfortable with it.
Yeah.
By the way, depending on the camera angle we use, like this one, you can see the table behind us. That's Darren Appleton playing Dennis Hatch. Right now, Appleton's up 3-0. We'll try to keep you up to date on that match as well.
All right, folks. So these guys are just exchanging racks.
2-1, favor of Mika.
Yeah, we'll see how Mike racks the balls for Mika, see if Mika likes them. well, we got some comments in the chat that these guys are very unprofessional, and I would have to agree with them more or less, you know what I mean? But when we rack the balls, you can't always have a tight rack. So my philosophy, I was talking to a couple of the players there, and the Whirlpool Masters, the referee racks the balls, and the players do not have the option of asking the referee to re-rack.
Right.
So why not have the opponents or your opponent rack the balls and you accept them how they are? Obviously, your opponent has to make the best effort possible to freeze the balls.
That's the problem.
And if you have, let's say, the 1-3 or 7 right, the 1-3-5 right now, and you have a gap of maybe a millimeter or 2 millimeters, or a millimeter, let's say, between the 1 and the 3, accept it, and just play the rack as it is. It'll save a lot of trouble, Obviously, if the opponent doesn't make an attempt to freeze the balls completely, that's a different issue. But, if everybody plays fair play and everybody tries to rack the balls the way the balls should be racked, I think you just accept the balls how they are and you break the balls the way you can actually, break them. I don't know what you think about that, Jerry.
Well,
that's my philosophy.
That's the way we always played when I played.
Yeah.
No, in fact, when I played, nobody ever inspected the rack.
No, exactly. It was an honor system kind of way.
And occasionally you get a mud rack, but that's life.
Exactly.
You get a mud rack in life every once in a while.
And you know what I find funny sometimes? Sometimes players like myself will play lower level players. You know what I mean? Whatever, basically. So we'll play, and then
Mika, I'm sorry, but Mika has
go
just
ahead.
scratched in the side. That gives ball in hand to Dechaine. That's dangerous. And I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's fine, Jerry. No, anytime. And what I'm saying is that, when we play players just for practice, just for the fun of it, and our opponent that we're playing with, whether it be a lower level player or higher level, whatever, practice-wise, we're not going to go inspect the rack. We're just going to break. But how can we inspect the rack during a tournament?
Right.
I don't know.
I am tired.
The honor system is very, very underrated.
I'm very tired of the racking wars.
It is.
They've gone on for too long.
Nice little
Well, it
drawback.
would be nice to have so many officials, referees, certified referees, for every table, just to rack the balls. And the player breaking does not have the option to go up and inspect the rack. A referee on every table. But now you're talking payroll.
Yeah, plus you've got to have 16 referees who can
Right.
rack properly.
Exactly. So why not
Well, listen,
incorporate an honor
forget
system
about
with the players?
properly, forget about this. This is how you're going to get it. Of course, they're going to know how to rack as best as they can, and that's
Yeah.
what you're going to get up there and do.
Exactly.
If you get at it up there and you start inspecting the package, we're going to deduct one game. Something's got to come in place to speed it up.
Yeah.
You know, there's too much time in between doodad and like the slang goes.
Maybe we should put a time clock on the rack.
How many clocks are we going to have?
You got 30 seconds to rack. After that,
I like
you accept
that.
it.
I like that. After that, there's like all kinds of gaps in the rack. You have no choice but to break the balls how they are.
Too bad.
You know, too bad. All right, so with Mika scratch, Mike just takes over this rack, bringing the match to a 2-2 tie if everything goes well, according to Mike on this one. Just play with some a little spin, a little stun spin shot on that one. Got perfect.
Look
Zero
at that.
in.
Comes across the line of position
Yeah.
and gets dead straight in. That's amazing.
Yeah. Now, for you folks out there that want to learn how to play pool, that was not that was not the intentional shot. You know what I mean? You don't want to go across the line of angle. You want to go inside the angle. So, whatever works. But these guys practice hard. These guys know how to play the game. But you always want to go in an angle and not across the angle. So, just a little pointer there.
It's 2-2 here. Darren Appleton now leads Dennis Hatch 4-0.
Yeah, we have one of the commentators saying you never see a snooker player inspect the rack.
Right, right.
Makes sense.
Of course, they're not trying to bust them wide open either.
Exactly, you know. But obviously, if the rack is a little bit loose in snooker, you're never going to have that perfect two balls coming out of the rack and into the rack, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we'll see what Mike says about this. Examining the 1-5, 1-6, everything is good. There we go.
Well, I heard something fall, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, a 7-ball. I've seen less players inspecting a 10-ball rack than a 9-ball rack.
Well, the 10-ball rack is not as critical. You know, you don't have wing balls.
But you still have, that ball on the side, that
Yeah,
ball
you got
cross
the-
side, you
yeah.
know, you have that, obviously those 2 corner balls go 4 rails on the table. That's just a routine
Yeah, now
routine
they've learned if you put a little tiny crack between the 1 ball and the 2 balls behind the 1 ball in a rack of 10 ball,
Yeah,
then the 2 balls behind the 1 both go toward the side pocket.
really. You
Yeah.
see? Oh, yeah.
Just learned that in Vegas at the U.S.
nice.
Open 8 ball.
Nice. Oh, wow.
Wow. He's
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Overcut that by an inch on that one. That was surprising. Leaves Mika with a shot on the side.
Leaves Mika with an open table.
Yeah.
Well, now he's got some traffic to get by to get back to the 3. But he can spin down to the head rail with left English, come off the side rail and lay right between the 9 and the 6, or have an alley between the 9 and the 6.
Yeah, he's got a force. He might play this with some bottom left and come 1 rail behind the 8-5-9 and probably get position between the 6 and 9. Could it be?
He could also shoot the 2 ball up into the corner.
No.
Oh, he just decides to slow roll it. Why
All
not
right.
take a little longer shot?
Sure.
Avoid all the traffic.
Yeah, this one he'll spin behind the 6-9 and play the 4 in the side pocket. Well, a little bit of a fortunate kiss there.
Yeah, but he sure is a lot closer to his work than he'd like to be.
If he tries to cut this ball in, that cue ball's going to travel at least 3 rails cross table.
Yeah, he's got to let it fly.
Yeah.
Oh, he's missed it. No, he didn't.
Oh, he overcut it and still made
Golly.
it. Wow, okay.
I thought that ball was going to jaw on him.
Yeah.
Now he's got a tough shot.
Yeah.
And if he can't avoid that 8 ball, he's got a real tough problem getting on the 6.
Mm. You see him playing the 5 in the corner? In the top left, Jerry?
Yeah.
Overcut that.
Well, it was a tough shot. And at least he's left distance.
Yeah.
And if that ball's straight in, Dechaine has a problem getting on the 6.
Well, I think you can stop it right there.
Yeah, but long shot, long shot.
Yeah, stopping the 5. Yeah, stopping the cue ball there. It cuts the 6.
That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Well, he drew back.
Wow, nice shot. Very nice. Well played.
Well, he can leave the cue ball anywhere this time.
Tried to let it fly, overhit that a little bit, but he's all right.
And now Mike leads Mika 3-2.
Nice.
And by the way, Darren Appleton is now up 5-0 over Mr. Hatch. It's getting ready to be 6-0. He's only got 2 balls left on the table. Although he has left himself tough on the 9. I'll let you know if he makes it. He made it.
Yeah, he made it. Nice.
6-0.
There it is right there, folks. Baltimore City Cues, BaltimoreCityCues.com. Back to the action. Mike Dechaine leading here, like Jerry said, 3-2.
Wing ball went.
There you go, Jerry. Yeah.
And the 1 ball is going to set up for the corner. Can't be too unhappy with this.
That's a nice one.
Mm-hmm.
Plays the 1, comes about close to not center table, but just enough angle to play that 2 in the corner and probably go 2 rails and play the 3 in the same corner. So that could be a little 3-ball shape right here to start. Oh, he overhit that one.
He saved himself.
Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe not. I think
Maybe not.
That's interesting. We'll see by his reaction. Oh, he's getting down to shoot. Perfect. Yeah, he's
must be
good.
nice.
All right, that'll work. Cross table twice and played a 4 in the top left there.
Nothing left but the cleanup.
Mm-hmm.
And this will give Dechaine a 2-game lead.
He's straight in there. So drop back and played a 9 in the bottom right.
That's what we have. Score line now 4-2 in favor of Dechaine.
Nice crowd here at Turning Stone. Got lots of people in the stand, lots of people standing on the sidelines.
Crowd's been great all week.
Yeah. And we see Upstate Owl panning on the crowd there.
We've got him standing in the middle aisle.
Great snap there by Mike. Gets position on the 1.
Yeah, this is looking a little dark for Mr. Immonen at the moment.
Not sure the 4 passes the 6 in the corner.
No, but you could play a safe and lock that cue ball up against the 6.
That would be the ultimate option. Just needs to get picture perfect on the 4 to lock him up. So he'll probably play the 1 slow roll. Killed it with inside spin.
Oh, what a pretty kill shot
Yeah.
that was. But he's still got a problem getting on that 4 the way he wants.
Yeah, because that 8 is in the way. So if he kisses that 8, he's going to go towards that 7. So
Well, he can kiss off the 8 with some left-hand English draw and try to get past that 7 and shoot this 4 ball down in the bottom right-hand corner if he can get behind the 4-6 area.
Oh, you don't want him to work too hard, do you?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
tall
his
order.
job, Jerry.
That's a tall order. Yeah.
That's his job. Get behind it. He might even go in front of it just to get behind it. He went behind it.
He tried
No,
your shot, though.
He missed it. He missed the shot
Yeah.
That's what'll happen.
because he's listening to Al.
Yeah, I don't shoot too good from here.
Well, this is no piece of cake getting on that 4 from
No.
here either. Anytime you've got a ball that deep in the pocket, it's tough to work with.
It's going to go rail first with inside. Yeah, rail first with inside. Makes the 3 and the 8.
And safes himself.
And doesn't get a shot.
Now this is really the worst of all scenarios for Mika because now he's got to hit the 4 ball. That's going to open the table up for Mike, so he has got to come with a kick safety here.
We see Shane sitting down looking at the action. Well, the kick was there, but the safety was not, so
Oh boy.
hands over the table back to Dechaine. Shane has a serious option of taking a 4-2 lead on Mr. Iceman
No,
here.
he's got a 4-2 lead now.
He's got a 4-2 lead now? Okay.
He's got a shot at a 5-2 lead.
5-2 lead, all right. Doesn't want to be straight on that 6. That's pretty good.
By the way, I want to thank Steve Kurtz out there. I don't know if he went back to work or if he's out there in the chat. If he is, I want to thank him. He did send the graphic in for Baltimore Q's. Thanks, Steve. Mike Dechaine trying to put another one up on the scoreboard would lead this 5-2. Who would have ever thought? Mika has a face like he's seasick on a cruise ship, and you can't blame him because every time he gets up, he's either safe or the shot is just a difficult shot. It's 8 feet away. It's.
Do you see what I see, Jerry?
Dennis Hatch has just forfeited his match against Darren Appleton.
Oh, yeah.
Did he really?
Yes, he
Yeah.
did.
Yes,
What
he
was
did.
the score?
Score was
6-0.
6-0, and he walked off.
Wow. That's interesting. Now we see Jason Shaw, Scott Frost, and Darren Appleton and John Moore in the background just discussing what happened there. So, I don't know, folks. This could be interesting.
See Dennis Hatch walking up the middle of the aisle there.
There you go, yeah.
Well, I can tell you that is not going to make Mr. Zuglin very happy.
No.
These fans come to see pool, not forfeits.
There you go.
And Dennis Hatch happens to be a local favorite. A lot of people do come down from Buffalo.
I have to agree with Jerry on this one. You know what I mean? It's like we have a hard time getting spectators in the crowd, and once people start forfeiting, you should be banned from the next tournament. You know
Are
what I
we
mean? That's
assuming
one-
that he forfeited, or maybe
We're
Mike Howard didn't
assuming.
update the we didn't, well, maybe we didn't get the update on the
We're assuming
the count yet?
No, there's no way that Mike is off by that many games. Dechaine made the 1 and the 2. Now he's got the 3 ball down and another open table.
And leading 5-2 if you're just signing on.
Mika just needs to get to the table. It's going to be hard for him to do that in this rack. Boy, Dechaine's cue ball control is amazing. With this measles balls, you people can see what English he puts on it by watching the little dots spin around. You don't have to wonder anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That'll give you up-and-coming players some education watching these pros shoot with the English.
When they first came out
Yeah.
with this measles ball, I had a top pro come up and tell me this was the worst thing that ever happened to pool. And I said, why is that?
Really?
And he said, because we can't have any secrets anymore. It's obvious what we're doing.
Nothing wrong with it.
Telling somebody to shoot at 7 o'clock doesn't mean that the player is going to be able to attempt it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even though I like the way you said it. Oh,
Watch.
oh, look at this.
Ooh, that sounds like Mo, Larry, and Curly in the booth.
Yeah.
Believe
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And he. Al, why don't you mind the board over there?
I'm
okay?
trying,
Leave
Jerry.
this to Tino and I.
You guys are just having too much fun. I'm trying to stick my
Oh
2
my God!
cents
This
in.
is the first time I'm actually doing commentary with Jerry in the States. Not in the
Isn't he
States,
great?
but at Turning Stone. It is awesome.
Yeah.
You guys, I thank you very much for having me in the booth.
Oh,
with
you
you guys.
kidding me? The
Hey,
door's
great.
open.
It's fantastic. Dechaine.
I'm not probably the most up-to-date, not up-to-date commentator, but I might have different views than most of the commentators, most of the players. I'm all for the sport. I'm not for crybabies. I'm not for, you know. And
Well-
if I'm there to make the game better and to be able for the sponsors to actually recognize that our game is this is a sport. So my views are not shared by all of you. That's fine. But I'll tell you one thing, if things don't change and if things don't improve about our sport, just the fact that Mr. Hatch just forfeited the match right there, that's very, very unprofessional. Like I said, we have a hard time getting spectators, getting sponsors for the sport. And if you have things like this happening, it's not a win-win situation, you know what I mean? So things have to change. Like I said before, maybe I was joking, the fact that Mike Zuglin should ban Hatch from the next tournament. In a way, I wasn't joking. You know what I mean? In a way, it's just to show the players that, listen, you're a professional. People come here. People drive to come and see you guys to play. So you guys better play. Even if things don't go well, at least give a performance. You know what I mean? You don't see a hockey player quit during a match. You know what I mean? You don't see a hockey player or a baseball player run off the field because he doesn't feel right. So you don't see a tennis player forfeit. The only way I see a tennis player forfeit, and if he has like a sore neck or sore back, and I'm not saying Hatch had a sore neck or sore back, but you guys all know where I'm coming from with players forfeiting because they don't feel good or whatever. So I don't know, Jerry, you know, what do you think about what I'm saying? But things have to change. Things have to improve.
We do need more sportsmanship in this
Yeah,
game.
of course.
Meanwhile, Dechaine now leads 6-2, and he's got a shot on the 1 ball in this rack. He's putting on a clinic.
Yeah.
Well, Tito, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Of course.
Look at this
Of
position
course.
he made off of that shot.
Jerry Forsythe knows how to get right out of that. And we're back to the match. That's
Wow.
the 2 ball into the bottom left-hand corner.
Hey, we're here to talk about the match, right?
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
It's put me straight. All right, 3 ball in the upper left-hand
Boy,
corner.
that's pretty work. That is just pretty work.
You know, when it's a wide open table like this and the way they use that cue ball on a string, it's pretty amazing just to get
It is.
the
Oh, yeah, it
angles.
is.
Sure not wasting any time, is he?
No, Dechaine's looking for a 7-2 lead on this one, Jerry.
He's going to get it, too.
Yeah. Nice little shot here, center table. I'd like to Played a 6 and 7 in the same corner.
Yeah. Well, Mika, it is hard to win from the chair. I feel for you.
Folks, we're not going to jump to conclusion on the Dennis Hatch match.
No,
we don't know
not.
for
We don't
sure
know.
if he did forfeit the match or not.
No, where it's just a little comment that I made. So
Right. Well, Mike Dechaine continues his lead and now leads by a score of 7-2, nearing the hill. And once again, folks, we're coming to you live from the Turning Stone Casino and Resort in Verona, New York, exit 33 on the New York State Thruway. And you're watching the Turning Stone Classic 24, Mike Zuglin's Josh Northeast 9-Ball Tour. These two players, Mike Dechaine, one of the stars of the Hustlers on the True Television show on cable, playing Mika Immonen, a world champion.
oh, that cue ball was probably tracking for the side pocket there for a scratch. And
For once, he's not going to have an opening shot.
no, this could get interesting.
Now, Mika's been in the chair for a long time. So Dechaine may choose to push out to a long shot and assume that the Immonen arm is a little clumsy at this moment.
Well, this match, we're into 47 minutes right now, and Mika's been sitting down for about 42 minutes of that.
Yeah, he's been sitting a long time.
Oh, he's giving the option to Mika to actually play the 1-9 combination, maybe?
I don't think Mika's going to fire at
No.
it unless he's disgusted with the outcome of the score, because Mike's really in a gear. He's punching high gears right now, and I just can't see him doing it. I like banking it vertically back up to the short cushion at the top of the monitor there by the
Yeah.
8 and bringing the cue ball down on the other short rail. But Mika's
Mika's taking a shot. Mika's backing the one towards the 8 and putting the
that's
cue
what
ball
he's
in the
doing.
9 there.
That's what he's doing. He's backing it up.
Oh,
Right
didn't
by
want to
the
hit
short
the 8
rail.
though.
He didn't.
Yeah.
Right. He didn't want to hit it. Mike Dechaine loves shots long distance.
The
like
only
this.
good thing about that for Mika is the 8 ball came over and blocked the 2 from its easiest pocket. Of course, you've got a 2-8 combo that's not the toughest in the world.
I like hitting the 1 ball on the right-hand side and coming 2 rails towards the 9 and going behind the 5, or he might attack on this one.
Oh, yeah, I think he's going to attack.
Yeah.
He's feeling it right now.
Oh, look at this. He ran into the 2 and positioned it for the, oh my God, that was a fortunate kiss right there.
Well, he is getting some rolls.
Yeah.
But everybody does, and it turns around eventually. But golly, this is to put Dechaine on the hill.
Hit that with authority. Maybe
Yeah.
a little too much juice. Is he kind of straight?
Yeah, but big deal. His next ball's right there.
Yeah, he can play a straight pull break shot right off of this. Played a 5 with that angle.
Well played here.
I like that choice.
Yeah, I like that too.
Boy, that's pretty. How do you like Dechaine's new Grizzly Adams look?
Pretty good.
I like the beard on him.
Yeah,
I do.
pretty good. Last time he came to Montreal, he didn't have that.
That's within the last 6 months.
Yeah. I saw him in May when he came to the Classic Appalache in Thetford Mines, and he had a little bit of a beard going on, but not as thick as that one. So
Well, that puts Mike Dechaine on the hill. So Mika's got to win 7 before Mike wins 1.
it's possible, but it's going to be way, way, way tall order for
You know-
the Iceman.
We know one thing for sure. This will be Mike Dechaine's last break of this match.
Oh, yeah. Alors, j'aimerais dire un petit bonjour à Guy Simard et Luc Paquette de billaquebec.com in Montréal. Je sais qu'on a beaucoup de joueurs canadiens, québécois qui jouent présentement. On a Sylvain Grenier qui mène 7-1 contre Fernandez.
I guess Mike didn't like the rack, and he told Mika didn't like it, and Mika refused to re-rack and said get a referee and let him look at the rack. I racked it. And Mika's back out of his chair.
So Jerry T is saying, who are the commentators? Well, there's myself, Tino the Barber Barbieri out of Montreal. That's a commentator on a regular basis with BillyQuebec.com. And on my right is none other than Jerry Forsythe, legendary commentator of the U.S. Open, Moscone Cup, and so on and so forth. Yeah, well, I see the tarantula. I don't know.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah. So, yeah, myself, Tino Barbieri from Montreal, Jerry Forsythe, and none other than Mr. Upstate Al that's giving us one of the best stream action-packed pool events of all time.
Appreciate the kind words.
Oh,
You're too kind. God. You're too kind. You taught me a new
Look
slogan.
at this. Look at this. The one ball got kicked into position.
Yeah.
Man's on the hill, and
everything is out in the open.
Every gift.
Look
oh,
at
yeah.
this.
Yeah,
Mika clapped for him just now.
This
Mika
is over.
Clapped.
This is over. Oh, boy.
Mika just clapped for Mike Dechaine, and Mike pointed at Mika to say, hey, come on.
When things are rolling your way. Well, now, you know what? Getting on the 3 is not as easy as it could have been.
Well, yeah, I know, but he's going to put with extreme right-hand spin and come towards the 7. Or he's going to play bottom with come back.
I think he's going around. I think he's going around the world.
Table. Yeah, he is.
He's going around the
Watch
world.
the 9. That's good.
Play the 3 in the upper right corner.
Doesn't want to go below the 3 because then he has a problem for the 5.
Well, he'll just go around the world again. He's got the cue ball free and loose. Look at him. He's looking around the table already.
I think he'll slow roll this one.
Yeah, exactly, Jerry. He'll just follow this and take the long shot on the 5.
Don't be surprised. He's in free stroking gear right now.
He is rolling right along.
He's playing this cue ball around the world to the upper right-hand side of this table to play the 4 ball into the upper left-hand corner. You watch.
You may be right, but I wouldn't
I'm not going to disagree with you on that one, Al, but still.
You see, he's worried about the 7. He's got to drag it past the 7. Now, he comes in sharp. He's got to watch that side pocket. He's power stroking.
Yeah, he's power stroking. Yeah,
he's going around.
He's going all out.
There it goes.
Watch the scratch. Watch the scratch.
Scratch is on.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
The upper left-hand corner. What a shot by Mike Dechaine.
That was a beautiful shot. That was a beautiful shot.
Wow.
Forced the angle. That wasn't a natural angle. He forced that angle, folks. Yeah.
You know, Mika really didn't do anything wrong in this set but show up.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything wrong at all. Mike Dechaine's just on fire.
Yeah. The fireball pulling a number on the Iceman, melting him down. And fireball will go on to play his opponent, which we don't know yet, but if Mike plays like this, he'll be hard to beat. And there you go, folks.
Mike Dechaine takes this match 9-2 over Mika Immonen. There's the handshake. Well, and we'll be back with you at 8 o'clock.
Dennis Acolo and Roberto Gomez coming up next.
Be one heck of a match.
It's called the Thriller in Manila.
There you go. Thriller Manila at the Turning Stone Resort. Be back in a few, folks.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Well, you just had the great experience of listening to Tino and Jerry Forsythe, and we hope to have them back in the booth for the next match. But we got to end this recording, and we're going to pan the camera over to another table. We don't want to leave anybody in the dark.